ZocDoc is the only free, that's right, I said free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. When you're not feeling your best and trying to hold it together, finding great care shouldn't take up all your energy. Go to ZocDoc.com/BCC and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/BCC. ZocDoc.com/BCC.
Welcome to The Chain.
We're your hosts, Kendahl Landreth and
Sarah Shower.
And this is the BCC Club.
Welcome. Each week we talk about a weird or unusual part of the, or large part of the internet, and then we interview an individual from that part of the internet at the end of the episode.
Yeah, we seek them out. We look online. People send us videos of people who know a lot about this topic, and they come and we interview them, and it's incredible.
I learn something new every single time. What are we talking about this week?
We're talking about Swifties. I'm nervous.
Kendahl, yeah.
I'm nervous to talk about this.
We just want to throw our research assistant under the bus really quickly. If anything is incorrect, Mia does our research. I am a fairly decent, Swiftie. After the Gaylor situation came about, I was like, all right, you've hooked me.
I was a huge Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
I've been to multiple concerts, not anymore because now it's too hard to get to a concert. It's not probably that hard, but whenever there's queues, I'm like, I'm not doing it. It's too much. That's too much. But I went to her Red tour. I think I went to, what was the one before that? Enchanted?
Reputation?
Reputation was way later.
Speak Now.
I think I went to Speak Now. But I was pretty young, so I don't really remember. But I was a big Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
And continue to be. And I like her a lot. So anything I say on this podcast is coming from a place of love, okay?
Yeah. I don't think we're going to do much critiquing of her. We're going to talk about the lore surrounding her.
Sure.
And her fandom, which I feel like, just before we get into what we've done this week, I feel like her fandom is large, but a lot less intimidating than other fandoms.
Do you really think that? I feel like Swifties are so scary to me. I feel like I'm nervous to do this podcast because I feel like anytime, I never talk about Taylor Swift, but you'll see people say I love Taylor Swift, but this song I just don't, it's not a bop for me.
Yeah.
And people are like,
dox
you're
them.
done.
Yes.
You're actually done.
Yeah.
You're totally done. You're off the internet. I mean, my girlfriend said before that they made a video about Taylor Swift, and they make food content, my girlfriend. They're not talking about, here's my thoughts on Taylor Swift. They said one sentence that was kind of a joke about Taylor Swift. They were like, I lost hundreds of followers. I'm so scared.
That'll happen. The reason why I want to do a BTS ARMY episode, but that is something where I feel like is a bit overwhelming. I am an ARMY, but the animosity is incredible.
Very scary.
How did your week go, Kendahl?
It was good. What did I do? I went up north and helped my mom with her garage sale.
Okay.
And that was a delight because I got to see my mom. But people at garage sales are insane.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that you still have stuff left to sell from all the stories.
A couple years ago, she said, I'm never having a garage sale again. She said, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because she had them all the time. And we were out of stuff. We were selling our furniture. I was like, Mom, you got to stop selling stuff.
Yeah.
But then she took a couple years off, and now she's back.
Okay.
She's back, and my dad died, so we have some stuff to get rid of. And we had to sell a power chair, all that type of stuff. And we made some good money. We made $800.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. But the people who come to these, and not everyone. I go to garage sales. I love an estate sale. But some people come to a garage sale. The people you see when you're hosting a garage sale are some of the biggest characters I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
Truly just insane people. And you won't say anything to them, and they will just start talking to you. I was sitting there, and this old woman, I think she was a lesbian. And I'm not 100% sure. She was there with an older woman who I think was her wife, with the way they were kind of bickering back and forth.
It was Sarah Paulson and her wife.
Paula Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah, and I said, I think they're gay. But I didn't say anything. Well, I said, hi, welcome. I'm sitting out.
Yeah.
And she was like, hi. And then she's, bopping around. And we had like a bunch of baby clothes out because my nephews, I have nephews, so they grew out of their clothes, and my sister sent them up to be sold. And not my nephews, the clothes. She sent the clothes up to be sold. And she looks at them and she turns to me and she's like, this is like an 80-year-old woman. She's like, it's so disappointing that I can't have a baby. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then she's like, and there's a lot of bitches in town.
Oh my God.
That have a lot of babies.
Yeah.
That don't even deserve them. And I can't have a baby. And I was on my Nintendo Switch, and I was like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I totally hear you. I hear you. And then her wife was like, she's being nice about telling this story. Usually she doesn't use the word bitch.
Oh, wow.
And I've been racking my brain for what word she usually uses.
Probably the C word.
That's what I guess I would assume. But I was just like, I haven't said anything to this woman. She just is. But there was tons of people like that where they would just kind of like open up to me.
Yeah.
Especially because they'd be like, are you guys moving? And then they'd be like, no, my dad passed away. And then they'd, well, my dad passed away.
Yeah.
Years ago. He's an alcoholic. And it's hard to get through, Yeah. And I'm just like, please buy my crap. I don't want to talk to you about this. No. Anyways.
I haven't been to a garage sale in forever. I think it's like the same. I feel kind of intimidated by garage sales and swap meets because I don't have I'm so afraid of haggling. You know?
And people are intense.
I know.
Have you ever haggled before?
No, I usually just make myself pay more.
And this is a donation because you were so sweet. It's so insane, especially because at a garage sale, like in an estate sale, things can cost a lot of money, but at a garage sale, you're selling everything for like $2.
Yeah.
And especially a garage sale like this because we just wanted to like get rid of the stuff. Like we weren't really trying to make that much money. So everything's like $2 and people will be like, well, can I haggle with you a little?
Yeah.
And I would be like, oh, for what? What? Sure, 50 cents. And then sometimes I swear to God, it'd be like 50 cents and they'd be like, all right, I'll pass. I'm like, what did you want? You just wanted me to give it to you? Is what you wanted me to do?
They're like, God, I just paid for parking.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip on the knickknacks.
It's insane. I'm always like, what did you want me? And there's some people who come and their whole lives are kind of like, I'm still wearing my sunglasses. I'll just take those off.
Oh.
People will come and it's like a part of their life where they like kind of scam people at their garage sales.
Yeah.
So people will come in like as we're closing up. But we live in a really small town, so it's the same people every time. Like, it. There's a woman who always steals from our garage sale, which we don't really care. Because I'm just like, okay, that's fine. But I think she's like a total, is it kleptomaniac? Where you're like addicted to, because it's not like she's getting like if she was stealing clothes, it would be like, of course you go take we have people come by and take stuff, that's totally fine. But she would be taking like armchairs and stuff that it's like clearly she's taken this somewhere. And my mom said she was sitting at her kitchen counter one day eating breakfast and she sees the woman who always steals from our garage sale like speed walking holding this big porch plant, like in a pot that's like hanging from rings, and she's like speed walking with it, and this woman is just sprinting behind her and is like, you took that off my porch, give me back my plant. And the woman just keeps walking, and then eventually the other woman just kind of turned around and was like, okay, I guess so there's a whole bunch of characters that come to garage sales. It's a real case study.
Are kleptomaniacs in the same, like, is it like adrenaline of stealing?
Yes.
Okay,
they're addicted. And you know what's weird? Every kleptomaniac I've ever met is the richest person I know.
Yeah.
Like I went to college with a kleptomaniac.
Well, because they're stealing everything. They don't actually use their money.
I know. That's how the rich stay rich. She was like, I remember, because I did not have money growing up, so I was so amazed by her. Like a lot of people didn't like her, and I was like obsessed because I just had so many questions about what it was like being rich. Yeah. And one time I remember I was like, how much do you have in your bank account like right now? And she was like 18, had no job, and she had like $200K in her checking account.
Oh my gosh.
Which is insane. And she would steal. I mean, she never bought a thing.
Yeah.
She never bought anything. And she would knock on my door sometimes and be like, I got you this stuff from Trader Joe's. And I would be like, thank you. And she's like, I stole it. I was like, I know. But she was so rich. It was bizarre.
It's like, it's 2 watermelons. How'd you get that out of the store?
She scared it under her shirt.
Yes.
Oh, it's so scary. I've never stolen.
Really?
I've never stolen. Way too nervous.
Yeah, I stole some stuff as a teenager. I had no money, and I remember one time we went to the Niagara Falls, and I stole a bunch of keychains with that were letter keychains of the Niagara Falls for all my friends.
Oh.
And I had 20 keychains. I felt so good. But then I went to school and I was like, guys, I got you Niagara Falls keychains. And they're like, we don't need this.
That.
But I just wanted to be I was thinking of you.
That's nice too, because those are probably expensive. You probably stole because especially at a gift shop, I bet those were $6 each.
I have no idea. I do this. I used to love stealing the unusual names at those little
that's
kiosks.
Super fucked.
No, but that's for my friends with the unusual names.
I thought you were just stealing any of the unusual names, and then a girl named Kendahl with an H doesn't get her keychain.
Yeah, all the Sarahs with an H were always sold out, so I always had to get the Sarah without an H, and then I wrote it. Yeah.
Where would you write it?
On the back part, little H.
It's deeply upsetting.
I know.
Who's that for? So you just don't forget.
Me, yeah.
Sarah, that's how you spell it. All right. Here's what I'll say.
You didn't ask me about my week.
That's what I was just about to say. Here's what I'll say.
Yes.
How the fuck was your week, Sarah?
Really good. I did a stand-up. Oh my God, I want to die. I did a show. I did a Jennifer Coolidge themed show.
Yeah.
And I left early, and guess who was at the fucking show?
Jennifer Coolidge?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding me?
Wait.
Sarah? Yeah, the show that I did.
Did you just say your name?
No, the host's name is Sarah.
I thought you were me, Sarah.
No, Sarah left. No, the host posted with her afterwards. I was like, oh my God, do you know
You can't ever leave a show. You never know who's going to show up.
I know, but it was late and I was getting tired.
No, and now you have to, because there's no way that's going to happen again.
I know.
Now you're going to stay at every show until the last minute. They're going to be we're closing up, and you're like, I don't know who's going to show up.
Yes.
Wow, that is huge.
I was deeply upsetting. And then I had 4 months sober. I celebrated that. I have gotten sober and relapsed in the past, but as of January 1st was my hard start date. And so I got 4 months along, and I had this breakdown where I was I didn't think I could ever get sober, and I didn't think I could ever do stand up because my body, I go stress blind on stage.
Yeah.
And then I had this moment of where I'm 28. I can still do hard stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I love that.
I know.
So have you ever been 4 months sober before?
I've been 2 months sober before, and I've been a teenager.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. Mm-hmm. That's so exciting. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
That is so great. That's so exciting. Did you do anything special for 4 months sober?
An AA meeting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did they have balloons?
No, they were just they gave me a little chippy.
Oh, what is that?
So for each month up to 12 months, well, they have a year chip and then they have 2 years, but every month, and then I think there's 24 hours, 48 hours, they have chips. But yeah, so I got a little chip. It looks like a poker chip.
Oh my God. What are you doing? Are you doing anything special with them?
No, but I kind of want to gamble with them now. I want to see if I can get anything at the casino for
Be careful, you're addicted to gambling.
I feel like that actually won't be the first AA chip in the bunch, you know?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what we're doing is we're taking a gamble.
We are gambling.
We're gambling right now by doing an episode about Swifties.
Mm-hmm.
Which this could be the last year of our lives.
I know. Well, Swifties, we're going to talk about who you are. And if any of this sounds incorrect, please calmly type out what it actually is below. All right, so Swifties are passionate fans of singer-songwriter Taylor Swift. According to Urban Dictionary, Swifties are Taylor Swift's fans who are more than just fans. They obsess over Taylor and know everything about her, her life, and music. A Swifties' life goal is to meet Taylor and tell her how much she changed her life and what she means to said person. And I think it's a healthy obsession for a majority of you. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying anything, I'm not you're obsessed.
I'm not
yeah.
You're crazy. I'm not saying that. I think you're so cool.
I think you're so
cool. I wish I was a Swiftie. So I am. Yeah. I am.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm not. What?
Swifties often dissect Taylor's interviews, lyrics, music videos, and outfits for hints at album releases, song meanings, references, and facts about her personal life. Mm-hmm. The Morning Consult conducted a survey in 2023, which found 53% of U.S. adults identified as fans of Swift. 16% identified as avid fans of Swift, and 44% of avid fans consider themselves to be part of the Swifties community, suggesting hesitance with being associated with the group, which has a history of questionable online behavior.
And we were never asked during the survey.
Yeah, is this like they do like a census thing?
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, you're like Caucasian, 25 to 30, Swiftie. Yes.
What would you have said, avid fan, or would you have gone all the way and said Swiftie?
I actually don't know. What would you say?
I would say, I mean, I guess it depends what year you ask me. I think this year I would have said, I'm a fan of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Because I'm bad about, I'm really turning, when I was younger, I used to be like, why do my parents just listen to the same music from their childhood over and over again? But I'm already doing that. I'm only 23 years old. And all I listen to is early 2000s pop.
Yeah.
And so I always know the hits of Taylor's new albums.
Yeah.
But it's rare that I'll listen to a full Taylor Swift new album.
Yeah. It's very hard with my attention span to sit through an album listening. If I was going to listen to an album all the way through, I'd have to be doing something else, like cleaning while doing that.
Yeah.
Like, that's my hesitation with, like, concerts. I love a good concert, but I can only take it in bursts.
Yes, that's how I am, too. I get so bored. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, it could be my favorite band, and I'll go see them. And after, like, the third song, I'm like, when is this? Please let this end.
Yeah.
But the 3 songs that I'm having a good time, it's like the best night of my life. Like, I feel so alive. But then I'm too. And some concerts are so long.
Yeah, like the Eras tour is about 3 hours.
That's like
the fact that she can sing that long.
I know.
Yeah, it's just nonstop.
It's insane. It's truly insane. And there's like, I don't think Taylor Swift probably does this, but I went to a concert recently. They came on stage an hour and a half late.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Maybe it's
that feels insane.
A mix of like tech issues. I think what type of fans scare me are like the fans who fly out from a certain, not like scare me like you're obsessed. I mean like scare me like I feel like just with all the concerts that have ever been canceled, the idea of like booking a hotel room and a flight and then getting there. And I know that sucks if you live in the middle of nowhere and you have to do that. But like, and then the just concert being canceled and they're like, sorry. And you're like, what the fuck?
It's so bad. That's why I feel like I used to be like, wow, people are so dramatic when they cancel shows because they'll do these long posts that are like, hello, Houston.
Yeah.
It is with great sadness that it's so intense.
Yeah.
But I'm like, probably because they get so many DMs and letters and all this stuff that's being like, well, we used the money from my mom's passing to come all the way to LA as a family.
Yeah.
And our car, we had to buy a new car and we had to sell our house so we could get, and it's like insane.
Yeah.
And that would just be terrible to receive that information.
I mean, considering like, we could talk about Live Nation and all that, like considering the cost of tickets nowadays, like, yeah, I would be devastated.
Insane. Mm-hmm. And no refund?
I'm not sure. I think there might be insurance on tickets. I don't really go to concerts because I have a freak out.
Yeah, I'm very similar. Unless I really like, what's the one in LA that's outside? I forget, but it's outside and you can sit.
Are you talking about an amphitheater or like a stadium?
It's a stadium,
yeah.
But it's a stadium. I saw Florence and the Machine there and I saw the Chicks there. What was I going to say? Oh, but it's an outdoor theater and you can sit the whole time and you can get a lot of food.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yes.
Because if I'm sitting, I've fallen asleep during multiple concerts before.
Yeah.
But if I have to stand, I've also gone to concerts where you stand the whole time and that is unacceptable. Mm-hmm. I actually can't do it.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This is Kendahl. I'm just here to let you know that this week's episode is sponsored by ZocDoc, which is very important to me today because I am in New Orleans. I'm not in Los Angeles. I'm in New Orleans, and this morning I stubbed my toe, and it hurt so bad, and I'm pretty sure it's broken, and it's nice to know that if I wanted to, right now, I could go on ZocDoc and find a doctor that would help me. If I wanted to, I could go on ZocDoc and instantly find an incredibly reviewed doctor that would fix my toe. ZocDoc helps you find expert doctors and medical professionals that specialize in the care you need and deliver the type of experience you want. So, for example, I need a toe doctor, and I need one right now, and I need a really good one because my toe is incredibly injured, and I truly can hardly walk. I've got my Tevas on and I'm limping all around New Orleans. ZocDoc is the only free, that's right, I said free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them and treat almost every condition under the sun. When you're not feeling your best and trying to hold it together, finding great care shouldn't take up all your energy. I am on a vacation right now, you guys. I am trying to have fun. I am usually the life of the party, but I am having toe issues. And I know I'm talking about this toe a lot, but it seriously hurts so bad. So I'm going to have to reach out to ZocDoc, find a doctor who can tell me. But it would take only a couple seconds to find an incredible doctor that has all these reviews and people are like, guys, this doctor's incredible. She's the best doctor. I would trust her with my life. And I know I can take my toe to her and she's going to let me know that I'm going to be okay or she's going to fix it right here in New Orleans. I'm not even from New Orleans and I can find an incredible doctor. Does this make sense? I feel like, you guys, I honestly feel like my toe is broken and it's making my brain not function. Anyways, I love ZocDoc. Go to ZocDoc.com/BCC and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/BCC. ZocDoc.com/BCC. But Taylor Swift fans.
Yes.
There's a lot of them. It says that Swift fandom outnumbers that of other pop stars like Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, and Harry Styles.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I know.
The fandom is largely made up of millennials and leans white, suburban, and democratic.
Me.
447,000 members belong to the Taylor Swift subreddit. Honestly, it's less than I thought. And they discuss tours, news, fan art, and theories.
That is insane. But they also are very organized with spreadsheets, conventions, and courses dedicated to Taylor Swift.
And I think the most like known thing about Swifties is they're
highly organized.
That and that they are so good at dissecting all of her tweets and songs and posts and outfits and making up conspiracy theories about them.
Yeah.
That most of the time are true.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Taylor plants a lot of Easter eggs, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
But I think that Swifties should be another branch of the military because they're so organized.
Yeah, they are. They are. Are you organized? Not me.
I am organized in the morning, but when the Vyvanse wears off, I kind of just do all my creative tasks.
What time does your Vyvanse wear off?
Probably around like 3.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
When I went up to do my garage sale with my mom, I forgot all my medication.
Yeah.
And so the last couple days, I've been getting back on my medication, and I've been a bitch. I've been really mean. I've been really not a great person. So, I'm just trying to get through that. But let's see. Sorry.
Swifties can be very positive
community, but certain parts of the fan base can be toxic. And we didn't write that.
We didn't know.
That was our research. This isn't me. And I don't know why she's being so mean about you guys. I don't know why she said that.
Let's just say she took some liberties.
Yeah. Because I literally have never met a Swiftie who's toxic. That's insane. Mm-hmm. Many fans have found friends and community through the Swiftie fandom. That's all fandoms are like that. This is great. Mm-hmm. One fan says, meeting other Swifties online is honestly the best thing of standing an artist. I know now that I can travel anywhere in the world and I will have friends there. It's kind of like UNAA.
Oh my God, I was about to say that. Okay, I found out that you can attend meetings over Zoom everywhere in the U.S. So I attended a couple meetings in Chicago the other week.
How was that? Was it different?
Yeah.
More aggressive?
It's just...
That's how I imagine it. They're all just screaming.
They were just a lot less tan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's really tan in
LA.
California
Yes.
AA. Is it, I guess, is it like tanning beds, spray tans, or just natural
spray tans?
sun?
Yeah.
I want to get a spray tan.
Do it.
All right. Sorry.
Some
Just
Swifties.
gonna find. Thank you so much. Some Swifties have attacked Taylor's critics and enemies. Jillian Mapes, a writer for Pitchfork, wrote a review of Taylor's album Folklore when it was released. The review was very positive, but Swifties attacked Mapes for the 8.0 numerical score that came with the review. The score brought Folklore's score down from 90 to 89, and the review aggregator
Metacritic.
Metacritic.
It's okay.
Various tweets include Mapes' address and phone numbers, old and current. Some have included photos of Mapes and even her home. Users have, in quotes, joked about burning her house. Mapes also received repeated phone calls and physical threats. That is insane.
Yes.
That is so insane. I mean, I guess it's like with any fandom, there's people like that. But that's such a good score. But that's what I mean about the Swifties.
Yeah.
It's like, you can be like, I love Taylor Swift. She's the best. I've been to 3 of her concerts. She's so awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't like this one song very much. And that's the same as if you were like, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I think it's like, it reminds me of that post about BTS. It's like some BTS fan page where it's like, sorry, I haven't been posting about BTS that much. I got on mood stabilizers and I'm not obsessed anymore. I feel like
that is so funny.
I feel like people who react in this way to a very positive glowing review may need some medication assistance.
Yeah.
But I recognize the majority of the Taylor Swift fandom is not doing this.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course. Do you feel like you were saying that you were sorry? I'm
It's okay.
finding it. That the person was like, I got on mood stabilizers and now I'm not obsessed with them anymore. Do you feel like being obsessed with a fandom, like I feel like when I get really in a bad place,
Yeah.
I talked about this in my stand-up you saw, right after my dad died, I started reading a lot of Harry Potter fan fiction,
Yeah.
which is insane because I'm not really a huge Harry Potter fan. I like Harry Potter in a very normal way. I've seen all the movies, I've read the books. Period. That's it. And I could not stop reading Harry Potter fan fiction in a way that was like ruining my life. Like I was not working.
Yeah.
I don't know why this. It was just like that is what I got obsessed with, and it was all I could think about. And then I got in a better place. I was like, oh, I don't care about that anymore, and I don't want to read that. And that's weird that I was. It's not weird that I was reading it, but it was like I don't care to read that. And I feel like I will do that if I'm in a bad place. I'll start I'll obsess over a celebrity or something.
Yeah.
Does that feel true to you?
No, yeah. I mean, like usually when you're in a bad place, you feel isolated or something is unstable a bit. You do want to escape into what's like a safer world.
Sure.
Like a larger, safer world, whether that be like a fandom or some sort of series.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you want to take the mental load off.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I guess that was more of a personal question to learn about myself. But
Yeah.
anyways, back to Swifties. So the review was really positive, but she still got all these threats, and it was insane. What's Taylor's relationship to Swifties, Sarah?
Taylor maintains an unusually close. I didn't write that.
And I don't think it's unusual at all.
I disagree, Mia.
I think Mia might be toxic.
Actually, Mia, please don't send Mia threats. She really appreciate her work. But in 2014, she had an interview with Barbara Walters. Taylor stated, "I'm really in touch with my fans, and I know what they like. I want to come up with as many ways that we can spend time together and bond because it keeps me normal. It keeps my life feeling manageable."
I don't know. And what I'm about to say isn't me talking. I'm bringing in a guest to say this. But it feels like saying that keeps you normal is insane to say. Because what about having a bunch of people who are obsessed with you in a way that's like obviously normal for them, like they're fans of a celebrity and a singer.
Yeah.
What about having all of those people to your house and hanging out with them is normal? That feels like the opposite of normal. There's no situation in any normal person's life where there's 70 people who are literally like would die for them.
Yeah.
Who they don't really know. That doesn't feel normal, right?
That is true. I guess if I was in Taylor's shoes, and this is 2014, so this is before like a lot of research on like parasocial relationships and probably what artists should and should not say. I think Taylor is also very isolated in that like being famous, you know, your fans sort of validate you and your feelings. Yeah. And it's just a way of feeling connected with people. But yeah, I think that speaks to how she was probably feeling at the time, very isolated and like things were unmanageable. Yeah. And her fans helped her gain a sense of control.
Because to me, if she was like, well, I love hanging out with this group, friends I had from high school. I don't know if she went to high school, but from high school because they knew me before all this and it makes me feel normal. Or I love hanging out with, I don't know, Ariana Grande because it feels like we're just normal because we're not both like, at each other, you know what I mean? But like, to be a person who thinks is like the way those people are treating you is not normal. Like no one else will be treating you that way. So I think that can feel sad for her. That'd be very isolating to feel like every person who I'm interacting with is, you know, not really being their true selves around me because they're obsessed with me.
Yeah. Therein lies the rub. God
There
damn,
we go.
excuse me.
Vomit all over the table.
Taylor often rewards her super fans. She indulges in a practice that has become known as Taylorking. She'll pop up in the comments when her fans are live streaming videos on Instagram, reblog them on Tumblr, or out of the blue send packages to their homes. Yeah, like she'll like go through TikToks after like shows and like videos of the shows, which I actually think is very sweet.
Oh yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
She's also hosted for her super fans secret sessions. These are exclusive invite-only listening sessions to preview her new albums, and she often hosts these at different homes around the U.S.
Yeah. I went on a date. I went on a Hinge date one time with a girl who was at one of those secret sessions.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And she brought her dog on the date in a baby Bjorn.
Uh-huh.
I'll never forget that.
Yes.
And she was at one of the secret sessions. And she asked me to hold her dog, and she took a photo of me with the dog, posted it on her Instagram, and we only went on one Hinge date, but she kept that up for many, many years.
What was the point of the Bjorn if she made you hold the dog?
Well, she took the baby. She took the dog out of the Bjorn
to
have me hold it briefly for a photo, and then she put the dog back in the Bjorn.
Okay.
Because when the dog wasn't in the Bjorn, he was having a panic attack.
Okay.
And yeah. But she was in that video, so if she pops up,
we could psychoanalyze her later.
Yeah, that's kind of what this whole thing is.
Yeah.
She was a huge Swiftie.
Yeah.
But it was her life. And it was insane because she knew everything about Taylor Swift. And it had been from the very beginning, like gone to the first, I'd been following Taylor Swift since before anyone knew who she was. Mm-hmm. And Taylor Swift would know her by name.
Uh-huh.
It's so insane.
That is
very
incredible.
Cool. Yeah.
So we're going to skip to some Taylor Swift lore. As most of you all know, she was born December 13th, 1989
As
in
most of you all know.
West Reading, Pennsylvania. At 13, she was given an artist development deal at RCA Records. At 14, her family moved to Tennessee to help Taylor enter the country music scene. At an industry showcase in 2005, Swift caught the attention of Scott Borchetta, who was preparing to form an independent record label, Big Machine Records. Taylor was one of Big Machine's first signings, and her father purchased a 3% stake in the company.
Wow.
And her first album, Taylor Swift, was released on October 24th, 2006. I am going to say something what
Here it comes.
Taylor Swift originally started with country music.
Yeah.
And since she's from, Pennsylvania, so she doesn't have a Southern accent.
Yeah.
But in her early years, she did have a Southern accent. And I know that may have seemed maybe unusual to her friends at home, but I think that's actually pretty fucking funny.
It's so funny.
Dude, if I could, I sometimes when I get nervous, I just speak in a Southern accent because it's weirdly soothing.
Yeah.
But
I totally get it.
She's just selling I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about that. If I was like
You
her friend.
watch yourself.
If I was her friend from back home, I'd be like, what?
You know what I bet, though? She was listening to probably a lot of country music.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I listen to a lot of country music, if I'm singing it, I'm doing a little twang because that's how it's sang.
Yeah.
Like in Taylor Swift's song Mean.
Yeah.
She's like, why you gotta be so mean?
Yeah.
It's like, why is she talking like that? Because, she doesn't have that accent. But I guess if, I don't know.
She's just doing a part.
I'm going to be honest.
We're tiptoeing around this.
I'm going to be honest. I thought Pennsylvania was the South, so I'm already just totally off.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Pennsylvania went with the Union.
The Union?
The Civil War?
Oh, yes. No, yes. I know. Sarah, what are you doing?
And also, literally, so notable events, November 2014, she removed her entire catalog from Spotify, arguing that the streaming company's ad-supported free service undermined the premium service, which provides higher royalties for songwriters. So then a couple more things with Apple Music. In 2015, 2016, she had a group of friends known for Squad Goals. That's when she,
Oh, yeah.
Blake Lively, Carly Kloss, Selena Gomez, Cara Delevingne, Lena Dunham, Gigi Hadid, etc., so forth. I always wanted to be a part of the Squad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I always just knew I would never be a part of that.
Yeah.
I said, you just don't fit in. Even at a young age, I said, that's not you.
I know that they're probably most of them are probably very nice, but I just feel like I wouldn't be pretty enough,
I feel like you and I both would hold the same position in that friend group where they would constantly be being like, you guys are so funny. Because we would be like, I'm going to have diarrhea. I have to go. They'd be like, that is so funny. And I'd be like, no, I'm serious. I'm not joking. And I would just be saying things that are true to me, and they'd be like, that is insane.
Yeah.
You're so crazy.
You're so weird. I just said I had to take my Lexapro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, I have depression. And they'd be like, oh, stop. Stop. That's so funny. Mm-hmm. That's how I imagined myself in that group.
We do have to touch on the Kanye feud.
Here we go.
So you should start that off.
We go. Mm-hmm. You know, as an ex-convict.
As an ex-convict? As a felon.
As a felon, as an ex-Kanye fan.
Yeah.
I told you I used to be a huge Kanye fan. And it did, but now I'm not, obviously. So imagine we have this podcast together and you find out one episode that I'm like still a huge Kanye fan and you're just like, I don't know what to do. I already have this podcast with you. No, I'm not anymore, but I used to be. And I remember when this happened, it was the first moment of like, what's wrong with him? Mm-hmm. So in November 2014, Taylor removed her entire...
Wait,
this is wrong?
Good. Yes, the Kanye feud is on the next.
Kanye feud, I got it. In 2009, the music video for You Belong With Me was named Best Female Video at the MTV Video Music Awards. Her acceptance speech was interrupted by rapper Kanye West, who said that Beyonce deserved the award. By 2015, it seemed like Taylor and Kanye had made amends. At the 2015 VMAs, Taylor presented Kanye with the Video Vanguard Award. Okay, pedaling back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Did you watch this at the VMAs? Do you remember this?
Yeah, it was weirdly uncomfortable because I also think
uncomfortable.
At the time, wasn't she like 19?
Yes. I don't even know if she was 19, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Let me look it up because I literally think she might have been a teenager still. Well, 19.
Wait, no, 1989, she was 20.
Okay. Yeah. She was so young, and it was bizarre.
Yeah.
And Beyonce was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And obviously Taylor Swift was, but that was so, it was so insane. I think it was one of those things, though, that Kanye used to be like, it would feel like it was just
used
one.
To be
what? I think what people used to think was he's just being insane in this specific moment. Mm-hmm. Like they would almost think like he's, obviously his mental health has been discussed a lot, but it's like, oh, he's always normal, but then he'll do something wild.
Yeah.
And I think in the last couple of years, people are realizing like, oh no, those are great examples of how he is all the time.
Yeah.
He's like showing himself there rather than like he was having a bad night and he was, kind of getting a little wild and he was drunk and then he did that. It's like, oh no, that's just how he is all the time.
Yeah, that's my thing with like I love when people talk about mental health, but like, and I understand that a lot of people have like mental health issues, but you can have mental health issues, but that doesn't excuse your behavior. Exactly. Like if I treated someone horribly and the next day I was like, I'm just drunk, they're not gonna be like, oh, sorry, can't critique you for what you said and did last night. Yeah. Like, so I think it's just a fine line of acknowledging that he has mental health issues, but also he has the resources to help himself.
Yes. Well, and it's like, I know for me, if I have a bad mental health day, and in the past I have lashed out before, if I'm having a really bad mental health day, I've snapped at someone or been rude to someone, whatever, then the next day I feel like so bad, like truly so terrible, and I apologize because I feel bad. But I think it's like, it makes it feel not, I mean, obviously it's like, of course he has mental health, but that's like when, there's a murder trial and people are like, there's a whole trial trying to decide if he has mental health issues. I'm like, well, probably because he murdered someone, so that would be, you know what I mean? Like, of course he has mental health issues, but it's also like, if he's never felt the need to apologize, he's never felt the need to, it's like, that's just a narcissist. That's not because you're having a bad day, because then you'd apologize later, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Thank you so much. That's my take on Kanye. By 2015, I already read that, I'm sorry. In February 2016, Kanye debuted his album, The Life of Pablo. In the song Famous, the lyrics go, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. I made that bitch famous. Soon afterward, Taylor's spokesperson stated that Kanye hadn't asked for approval on the line. The 2016 Grammys, Taylor won Album of the Year for 1989 and addressed Kanye's famous lyric. During her speech, she said, I want to say to all the young women out there are going to be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or your fame. Mm-hmm. In late June 2016, Kanye released the music video for Famous. And in the video, there's an image of a naked celebrity lying in bed with Kim and Kanye. One of the celebrities appeared to be Taylor. What? I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. In July 2016, Kim posted the entire phone conversation between Kanye and Taylor. It seemed like Taylor was aware of the famous lyric and gave her approval. Soon after, Taylor posted a statement insisting she was never made aware of the specific line in which Kanye calls her a bitch. Taylor wrote, "I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative, one that I have never asked to be a part of since 2009.
Yeah, that was a huge meme. I want to be excluded from this narrative.
It's the same vibe as, do you watch The Housewives, Real Housewives?
No.
There's a woman who always goes, I'm disengaging.
Yeah.
And she just walks away. I'm disengaging.
I would say I'm dissociating.
Yeah.
Good luck arguing with my husk.
Oh, it's so true. What do you think about all that drama? Do you have thoughts on what you think happened?
I think it's weirdly childish. I think, I mean, listening to the phone call, I've heard it, but I think Taylor okayed what, Kanye alluding to something, but the bitch part, he probably didn't say.
I have a question. Is it illegal to say someone's name in a song?
No.
Right. So I guess I've always been he's an asshole for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not does he need approval to do that? You know what I mean? Couldn't I write a whole diss track about someone, especially if I just use their first name?
Well, I mean, if it's very disparaging, then yeah. If you can prove that it has affected you and your business, then yeah, you can sue them.
But couldn't you be it's a different Taylor? I'm talking about my neighbor Taylor.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, it's just, it would get you'd have to take it to court. I think the only thing that's probably illegal here is if they recorded this conversation in California without Taylor knowing. California is a 2-party consent state for recording conversations, so both people have to know that the conversations are recorded. I know that, but
just kidding.
But yeah. So then after the year of staying out of the spotlight, Taylor returned with a new album in 2017, which was Reputation. Look What You Made Me Do. That was the main single on there. And then in 2020, the full phone call between Kanye and Taylor was leaked. Yeah, it seems to verify Taylor's version of events. Got he gave a general overview, but he didn't say bitch. And so she's like, okay, yeah, to the general overview. Yeah. And then she heard it and she's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not the only person Taylor's had a bit of a feud with. Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Had a feud with Katy Perry. In 2014, Taylor revealed the Bad Blood was about another woman in the music industry. Wow, I did not know this. Mm-hmm. In an interview with Rolling Stones, Taylor stated, she basically tried to sabotage an entire arena tour. She tried to hire a bunch of people out from under me. The day after the story appeared online, Perry tweeted, watch out for the Regina George in sheep's clothing.
Mm-hmm. So wouldn't that just be Janice Ian? It's called media literacy, Katie.
That is so funny. Oh my God. In May 2017, Perry addressed the feud in an interview. Katy described how 3 of her typical backup dancers went on tour with Taylor Swift. Katy had advised them to add a 30-day contingency to their contract so that they could leave the tour and join Katy once she began touring again. When Katy was going to begin touring again, she let those 3 dancers know in case they wanted to join her. The dancers spoke with their management and were fired from Taylor Swift's tour. By June 2019, Taylor and Katy seemed to have made amends. Katy Perry appeared in Taylor's music video, You Need to Calm Down, where the two hug. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
That is really nice.
But also, Katy Perry voted for Rick Russo, so we can't really trust her in many ways.
Who's that?
Oh my God, I'm so scared I said the wrong name. You made me second guess. Wait.
Is that someone on American Idol during her time as a judge?
No. Okay, no, I did good. That's his name. You looked at me and I was like, I'm famously someone who would, I was talking about,
That's just because my eyelash is gluing one of my eyes together. I wasn't winking or looking suspicious. There's too much glue right here.
Who's the woman from Hereditary? I can't, Toni Collette.
Okay, yeah.
The other day someone said Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
They were talking about Tony Shalhoub and the whole time I was imagining Toni Collette.
Yeah.
Which is insane. They were talking about Broadway and how she directed Rent and all this stuff. And I was like, Toni Collette directed Rent?
Yes.
Wow. I did not know that she did that. So anyways, I'm very bad with names, but I was right. No, he ran for, let's see.
We don't have to look into it, but
he's
a Republican.
California. He did California. I don't even think he ran as a Republican. I think he ran as a Democrat, but he was a Republican.
Yeah.
But he was, he wants a lot of money, and she was like, I want a lot of money, and then she voted for him. Anyways, I don't know. She also posted a photo of her voting for him from the voting booth, which is illegal, but also was an insane selfie that did kind of make me laugh. But he didn't win, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, that's my beef with Katy Perry, which I'm sure everyone's dying to know about. So Taylor Swift is known for having a lot of love interests. Do you feel like a lot of people are like that. People are too hard on her about that because everybody has a lot of love interests. What do you think?
Absolutely. So most of these are like 1 or 2 people a year. And if you think about if I think about my list of people I've had intersex with on a course, on a golf course. My list would be insane. I think 1 or 2 people a year that are public. I think it's just the fact that they are famous that makes it so notable. I think they're just judging a woman who has a very normal pace in her dating life.
Well, and some of them it wasn't like she made public. Like she was like announcing me and this man, my forever. It was like Taylor Swift spotted getting coffee with. I mean, imagine the list of people you've gotten coffee with.
Oh my God.
That woman with the baby Bjorn and the dog would be on my list.
I know.
I don't even remember her name, and she probably doesn't remember mine.
Mine would be the whole Old Testament. Do you want to do a speed run of her love interests?
Yes. Joe Jonas, Lucas Till, Taylor Lautner, John Mayer, Jake Gyllenhaal, who used to eat at the restaurant all the time that I served at, Connor Kennedy, Harry Styles. Oh my God, I forgot about Harry Styles.
Yeah.
There was that huge New Year's kiss. Calvin Harris. Prior to their breakup, they co-wrote the song This Is What You Came For, which features vocals from Rihanna. Swift was initially credited under the
pseudonym.
Mia.
It's okay.
Strike 2 with the word pseudonym. I'm just kidding. The pseudonym Nils. Okay. Now this is a prank. Is this a prank show? What are these words? This is just too long.
Nils Schuberg, and then who
Tom
else?
Hiddleston, Joe Alwyn.
And then we're just going to run through the albums. If you guys don't know, you have Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989, Reputation, Lover, Folklore and Evermore, and Midnights.
What's your favorite one?
Probably Red, 100% Red. That was like, I was a senior in high school, and it just every single song, I think that album I listened to all the way through the first day it came out. Every single song was the perfect amount of pop,
Yeah.
And I yes. What's your favorite one?
I get the first 4. I don't know where the songs are from. Do you know what I mean? So I think I love a lot of her early stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one it's from. I mean, 1989 was huge for. It was huge. It was insane. It was everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's listened to all her albums, but that was a big moment for her. I feel like it was a big turning point. So I obviously loved that one. Reputation was fine, but I felt like I wasn't cool enough to really. I can't listen to a song where it's look what you made me do, being me. I'm just not cool enough for that. I'm not doing anything. I'm just playing Animal Crossing all the time. That's all I'm doing. And I really liked Folklore, actually. I really did like that because that's the type of music I kind of like. You
like singer-songwriter stuff?
I do. I really do.
I zone out with singer-songwriter stuff.
Yeah, I used to love but I like singer-songwriter with a hint of something else. Which is I feel like what I don't love when you listen to an album and they all sound like the same song.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like she doesn't really do that. But I used to really love Vance Joy.
Yeah.
Who does Riptides. I listen to all his music. He's very singer-songwritery. And I love, I love Florence and the Machine. They're not, that's not singer-songwriter, but it feels like Folklore felt like a mix of that and Vance Joy, very singer-songwriter with some whoa, you know what I mean? So I really liked that one.
So we're going to tackle the fan theories. We're not going to do, I just got my lip gloss on the mic. Oh my God, I'm a crazy person.
So are these accepted by Swifties? Are all of these these are what they believe?
Well, Mia included a status unconfirmed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
So Taylor's legs are insured for $40 million.
I remember that one.
Taylor, it's the status of that is unconfirmed, but Taylor has joked about it. Great work, Meredith. I was just trying to love you, and now you owe me $40 million because she got a cat scratch on her leg. So that's not true. There's also a theory that there's a lost Taylor Swift album. So evidence, prior to Reputation, Taylor had released an album every 2 years, setting up her 6th album to be released in 2016. In 2016, Taylor dyed her hair platinum blonde, signaling a new era, and fans geared up for a release. Then the Kim Kanye Taylor drama happened, and Swift left the public eye until Reputation's release in 2017.
Wow.
And Look What You Made Me Do music video, Swift can be seen cutting off the wings of an airplane labeled TS6 and perhaps Taylor Swift's sixth album and scrawling the word Reputation over it. This might be an allusion to the idea that her planned sixth album was scrapped and rebuilt into Reputation. The song lyrics go, "The world moves on another day, another drama, but not for me, not for me. All I think about is karma." And then in the Man music video, Swift is dressed up as a man who pees on the wall. The wall has the title of her albums in graffiti plus the word karma. And then next to one of the karma tags is a sign that says "Missing if found, return to Taylor Swift." And then in 2016, interview with Vogue, Swift said karma is real. I definitely think she had a sixth album that she scrapped.
Oh, yeah. You know who Taylor Swift should work for?
Who?
She should quit
Herself.
singing. She should work for herself. No, she should work for The Masked Singer.
Oh.
Because she would be incredible.
Like you want her on The Masked Singer?
No, I want her to be, this would be a huge, probably downgrade and a lot more work. Well, no, she works very hard, but this would be just a set design job. Yeah. But have you watched The Masked Singer?
No.
Or The Masked Dancer? So it's all celebrities and they have masks on and you're trying to guess who it is. And they drop hints throughout the whole season. Mm-hmm. So they'll do a performance and they'll be a specific number that's supposed to make you think of that celebrity. So there's hints throughout the whole thing of who the celebrity is.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift should do that for a living. She'd be so good at it.
I think it would be cool to have all of Taylor Swift's albums in an I Spy book. Or because the I Spy books are about the same size as an album. So you flip through and it's each of Taylor's albums. I mean, this would be an expensive set, but then you have little hints of things or Easter eggs. Because I think I Spy or a book of riddles, honestly. If she had a book of magic, a book about magicians, I'd be yeah, that makes sense. Because she's very good at weaving a tale.
Right, totally. Mm-hmm. It's incredible. It's way too much for me to keep up with. I could literally never. Mm-hmm. I would miss two things and be I'm done. I can't. Can't go
happening?
back. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. That's how I was all through school. I would be so in it, and then for 2 seconds I space out, and I'd be well, never gonna learn this. We'll fail this test. That's fine.
What about the theory that Taylor travels inside a suitcase to avoid paparazzi?
I mean,
do you want to read about that?
Once I find it, we'll see if that ever happens. Oh yes. In 20, I see. I found it. Okay. Theory. Taylor Swift travels inside a suitcase in order to avoid paparazzi. There's some evidence. Splash News published a picture of two men carrying a giant black suitcase from Taylor Swift's Tribeca apartment into a waiting SUV. The caption for the photo alleged that Swift was inside. Splash then retracted its claim, stating that the photographer who wrote the caption was not really a regular photographer that we use, and that the report stated it as a fact, which we actually don't know. Mm-hmm. The same large suitcase was being wheeled out and into Taylor's apartment in some photos. It was being carried by two men. She has used other weird tactics to avoid paparazzi, walking backwards, walking sideways.
Mm-hmm. I think that this one is true.
How does that help?
Walking. Oh, well, because I guess you can't get a certain photo angle. You can't really adjust. I know Daniel Radcliffe used to wear the same outfit every day as he was leaving a set. So when they tried to sell the pictures, they're this is from the same day.
Yeah.
But Zayn Malik seemed to confirm the rumor in an interview with Vogue. She was traveling around in a suitcase, he said to a friend. Taylor Swift's ability he was talking about her avoiding the paparazzi, which I understand. I know when she goes on stage for the Eras tour, she's in a custodial, a massive custodian box. And I feel honestly, that sounds crazy, but
No,
if you don't want people taking photos of you and you don't want to wear reflective gear or the same outfit every day, or you just want to leave your house, get the big suitcase,
I mean, I can't even imagine because my fame is very similar to Taylor Swift's.
Yes.
No, not at all. But I get recognized sometimes. I'm sure you also do in public. Yeah. It's we get recognized sometimes. And I'm so awkward and I'm so bad at it and I get so uncomfortable. It's very nice and I always love chatting with people, but I'm I will even, when I walk into a place, kind of have my head down sometimes, which is crazy because I'm not even anything. But I still get so nervous. Or if I look really bad or if I am having a bad day.
Yeah.
One time I was crying at the TWA hotel.
Yeah.
About my dad.
Yeah.
And I was crying and I was eating a huge piece of pizza and a group of girls came up to me and like introduced themselves and I was like sobbing and eating this piece of pizza and I was drunk. And I think about that constantly. So I feel like if I can imagine what I have times 7.7 billion.
Yeah.
I would be hiding in a suitcase.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thankfully I look so drastically different without makeup on that people are like, ooh.
Well, that's how I know I'm looking bad because I only do really ugly characters online. And so sometimes when I go to an event, nobody knows me. If I'm like dressed up, then I'll leave going to the grocery store and people are coming out the woodworks.
Yeah.
And I say, I must know I look terrible because everyone's like, I know you. You're that 50-year-old woman online.
Do the voice.
Yeah, exactly. So she travels in a suitcase. That's basically confirmed, but it is technically unconfirmed.
Wait, let's skip to the Easter eggs because I feel like there's a lot of stuff.
Yes, Easter eggs. Taylor is known for leaving little Easter eggs and clues for her fans. Washington reporter Emily Yar writes, Swift has taken great joy in building her own mythology as she embeds clues, hints, and puzzles into her music, social media posts, and even seemingly offhand comments during interviews. Fans have been conditioned to think that everything could have a hidden meaning, whether she's revealing a meaningful fact about her life or announcing the date of a tour, and they can work themselves into a frenzy trying to figure it out.
As someone who is neurodivergent, that sounds like a nightmare. Like, I already speak sometimes very literally. So, like, but I know that's strategic for her, but the idea of someone's like, what do you mean by that? I'd be like, I'm just trying to cross the street. And they're like, by cross the street, you mean like post a new video today? Yeah, like, I don't know. But yeah.
Imagine if people tried to do that for this podcast.
Yeah.
They'd be like, so when Sarah said she was shitting her pants, what do we think that meant?
It means she had a toxic childhood and that she longs for a diaper. I'm like, no, it means I have IBS.
Oh my God. Swift has left puzzles and secret messages for fans for more than 15 years. She definitely doesn't. Most people, if they were telling me, oh, I think this and this and this, I'd be like, you're being insane. Like, she does not care.
Yeah.
And she's not thinking about it. But Taylor Swift is.
Yeah.
She really is doing all of that. She also, they've been trained to look for hints from Taylor. Here's some examples of Easter eggs. Album linear notes. Taylor's album linears. Am I saying that right? Liners.
It's okay.
I made it a more complicated word.
We have dyslexia.
Taylor's album liners all have secret messages hidden in the lyrics for each song. The capitalized letters in each set of lyrics spell out a message. The message usually expands on the meaning or significance of the song.
The thing is if Taylor Swift, God forbid, were ever kidnapped, I feel like she would be incredible at dropping hints. She would be found very quickly.
Yeah, 100%. Just especially because of the amount of people that would be looking for her.
I know. Like, I texted my partner, like, if I got kidnapped, like, what could I say that would make you think that I'm in danger? And they were like, all you'd have to text me is, my mom was right. What would you have to, if you could not tell?
What, but how are you getting access? I guess in my head, if you get kidnapped, you're not given like, it's not like jail where they're like, you get one call.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
use it wisely. Because I guess I would text, I've been kidnapped, here's the address.
Well, I mean, like if they're behind you with like a gun or something and they're like, if you're like, I want to text and they're like, don't say anything. I'd be like, I fucking love my mom. Everything she's ever said has been so correct, you know?
Yeah.
Like looking back at my life, the woman has wisdom beyond her years.
Sure.
And that's when you know that
it's not good.
And you need to swap my location.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What would I say? I would probably say,
can't wait to see my dad later.
Can't wait to see my dad. Yeah. I would say, can't wait to spend time with my dad. Bring me the biggest book you can find. And we're going to read it together.
Yeah.
And someone would say something's going on.
Or like, I'm going on a run with my dad later.
On a run? Yeah, then they wouldn't even read the dad part. They'd just be like, whoa, God, she's running for her life, probably. Yes. That's not good. Midnight's Mayhem. In the lead up to the Midnight's release, Taylor posted videos on TikTok where she revealed some names of the albums. As part of the reveal, she would spin a bingo cage. This is too much. What is that's insane.
A24.
That is so funny.
Can you imagine doing a bingo game with an entire stadium? That would be
She did it on stage?
No.
Oh. Bring out the bingo roller. Yes. That's insane. It's so funny because she's the most famous person on earth.
Yeah.
And the thought of like her being in her room doing that feels very much like me in middle school making YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like her just being all the lighting set up and her with her bingo thing. I just think that's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fans noticed that she'd held the phone. Okay, I missed a part. As part of the reveal, she would spin a bingo cage, pull out a track number, and hold up a vintage phone.
Mm-hmm.
As she said the track name. There's so many props involved. Her Amazon cart just must be full.
Yeah.
Fans noticed that she held the phone upside down for certain track names, Anti-Hero and Vigilante. Shit. Swift immediately correlated this with some type of hidden meaning. It was later revealed that these two songs were the singles of the album. Oh, I thought it was because there was anti in both of them. Mm-hmm. So it was like thumbs down. The phone's upside down.
There's... Yeah.
Maybe I'm right.
Yes, you
Doesn't
are.
seem like it because she already said, but maybe I am. Do you want to tell us about the 2022 VMAs?
Yeah, in the 2022 VMAs, Taylor announced Midnight to be her next album. She wore a silver bejeweled dress similar to the one she wore in the Look What You Made Me Do music video. This might have been a hint for her song Bejeweled on the Midnights album. Let's do the Eras. She had an Eras manicure. She posted a photo of her manicure, the last slide of the carousel for the Eras tour, which each color of her nails likely reference for different albums, eras. And then we also have the Me music video. When Taylor released the music video for the smash hit Me, she hadn't revealed the title of her upcoming 7th album, but she did reveal that the name was hidden somewhere in the background of the Me video. Fans noticed this lover sign pretty quickly and also realized that every time the lyric lover was written in the Me lyric video, it was capitalized.
All right, should we skip down to Gaylor?
We're going to go straight into the Gaylor.
Because we can't miss it, and we're running out of time. The Gaylor theory.
Yes.
I'm not going to share all my thoughts on this because I will get reamed.
Yeah. Yes.
But I'll share a little bit of what I think. What is it? Some fans believe that Taylor Swift is gay or bisexual, pansexual, queer, or fluid. They use lyrics, social media photos, comments, and interviews as clues to Taylor's sexuality. Those who believe that Taylor is heterosexual are called hetlers.
That sounds like a slur.
It does. It does sound like a slur. Mm-hmm. Is there any evidence of this theory, Sarah?
After photos of Swift and Karlie Kloss possibly kissing were released, Swift liked a bunch of Gaylor-related posts on Tumblr that same night. She later unliked these posts. Gaylors believe that the song Betty is about Taylor being gay due to themes of yearning and secrecy. There's like a Subaru in it. She's wearing Chacos. And I'm like, all right. There's some legitimacy to that. Later, Swift would say the song was about a love triangle between a boy and 2 girls. Her album Lovers seemed to have gay imagery scissor and lyrical motifs like rainbow.
She's just scissoring Karlie Kloss.
Yes. She's been criticized for queerbaiting during her Lover era. You guys, you cannot queerbait if you are a real person. Only queerbaiting is for like movies and TV shows. But
you don't think you can. You don't think if you're
no, it's a media term. Like it's only used in reference to.
I know, but if what they've made the term queerbaiting mean, in like, you don't think queerbaiting could be like someone is so what would you call it if someone is straight? Like they identify as straight, like with their friends. Yeah. But then they are trying to make people in the world think they're gay and utilize that. What do you think that is?
Closeted. No. I would say, no, I mean, this is what's happening. This is another fandom I'm scared to interact with. It kind of happens with Harry Styles.
Yeah.
But I mean,
happens.
We're not supposed to speculate about like people's sexuality, but we're gonna. I mean, there's also no harm if she is gay, you know?
Yeah. I mean.
Or bi, like.
No, yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't, but
what would you, so you don't think that's queer baiting?
I mean, I think
you don't think if someone's like, oh, I know my fans think I'm gay.
Yeah.
I'm not gay. I'm not saying this is what's happening, but she's like, if she was like, I'm not gay, but I'm going to do these things to make them think I'm gay because it's benefiting me. You don't think that's queer baiting?
I think it's something similar. I think if you are, alluding to the fact that you are gay and getting a lot of income from the gay community or from that, then you should definitely clarify if you are or not, because that's where it gets dicey.
Yeah.
It gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
In the music video for You Need to Calm Down, Taylor wore a wig in the colors of the bisexual flag. And that's just because, I'm sorry, besides the lesbian flag and the bisexual flag, those are the most aesthetically pleasing flag colors.
It's like anytime she wears orange, it's like, that's her coming out. Oh, she's coming out. I'm like, she's wearing orange. I never wear orange because I look terrible in it. So, I mean, I'm not lesbian?
Yeah. I think, like, they're, it's just like, do you ever, I don't know if I made a joke about this before, but I love, like, color theory now. And whenever I see someone put their face over a pride flag, I'm like, you're not a winter. But you are a bisexual.
Yeah, but you are a bisexual. Yes. Well, it's so insane because up here it says, they don't know if she's gay, if she's a lesbian, if she's bi, if she's pan. So if you take all of those flags, that is almost every color. So anytime she wears any color, she could be alluding to the fact that she's on the spectrum of sexuality. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm getting fired up. I knew
but
this
I
was
mean,
gonna happen.
it could be
but
something.
She probably is gay. I don't
She sometimes swaps male pronouns for female pronouns in songs because sometimes men don't deserve her beautiful melodies.
I'm going to be plugging my computer in, but you can keep going.
Like, Taylor Swift is an incredible songwriter, and some of the songs I understand that men can be romantic and lovable, but sometimes the song is so beautiful it has to be about a woman.
And that's exactly right.
But I mean, she could be gay. We're not saying anything. She's donated to LGBTQ plus organizations like GLAAD. Oh, who hasn't? She's performed Curious with Haley Kiyoko during the Reputation Stadium tour. This is where, like, a lot of her, like, friends that are in bands, like, she did Muna open for her during the Eras tour, and I'm like, we got a lot of gays here. But I also think that they're more Haley Kiyoko is not a singer-songwriter, but they're, like, deeper with their lyrics, and Taylor, who is deeper with their lyrics, I feel like you'd want to work with people who are like Phoebe Bridgers, who's like similar to you in writing style. Yeah. You have the baby again?
He's coming out for a little bit.
We're interviewing me this time.
I know, but I thought, well,
he's creeping me out.
You don't like him?
He's fine, whatever.
Oh my God, he's a Gaylor. That's why I brought him out.
Mm-hmm. She released the song Me, a song about embracing individuality on Lesbian Visibility Day.
But to me, that she shouldn't do that.
Just a gift.
But this is what's so hard. I don't know what she is. She's never told anyone. If she's not a lesbian, that's a problem. So now I think she's in a tough situation because if she doesn't come out as gay, then there's a lot of things she's done that I think are not great.
I am impartial. I think that her and Karlie Kloss have definitely kissed, and I think that if she's scissored from time to time, I think she's enough behind the line for me that I'm like, you don't need to clarify at this point. I think if a celebrity tries to make people think they're queer or like profit off the queer like community aesthetic and they haven't done anything that's even remotely gay, I'm like, hold up. But Taylor, I know, she can appreciate the female form. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna label you.
I guess what I feel though is that as a gay woman, I don't care if she's gay. Like, I guess I just feel like, okay, like, and if she, like, so there's so much like, is Taylor gay? Is she? We have to fit. She's dropping on, and I'm like, if one day she comes out, I feel like it's gonna be like, okay, well, now we know that about her. Like, I just don't care very much, and so I think there's so many. It's like turned coming out into this like game that's like, find the Easter eggs of if I'm gay or not, and it's like, what is this? Yeah, and I don't even know if that's what she's doing, although. She did come out and sing that one song fully dressed as Karlie Kloss. So I'm like, I do think she is dropping hints. Mm-hmm. But that is weird to do.
The hang up for particularly Taylor Swift and Karlie Kloss is that if Taylor Swift agrees with any of, or like admits any of the gay stuff with Karlie Kloss, she would put Karlie Kloss at risk because Karlie Kloss is part of now like a large Republican family. And so, like, if Taylor says, maybe in the future she's distanced herself from Karlie. I mean, they're not, like, as close as they were, obviously. But, like, I think that she would need, it would hurt Karlie. And if you cared about someone in the past, like, we all know that if you're gay, you know that coming out, if you were in Taylor... Taylor's shoes and you confirm that, you'd be forcing someone else out of the closet.
Yeah.
And so we know like that's where it gets dicey. So it's probably not just even her involved anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It totally makes sense.
And then also many thought that Lavender Haze, the first track on Midnights, would be a song about her sexuality, since lavender is the gay. Like, if you don't know, lavender means you're a lesbian. It's frequently used as a symbol of the queer community. Actually, no, it doesn't mean you're lesbian. It means you're gay. But I associate lavender with that. There also were theories about Taylor and Karlie Kloss dating. They were known as close friends. December of 2014, Swift performed at the Victoria's Secret fashion show where they held hands on with Kloss on the runway. And then in 1975, in 2014, she attended a 1975 photo where the pair were possibly kissing were taken. But throughout 2014, 2016, Taylor and Karlie were frequently photographed together, going to lunch, dinner, etc. There are a bunch more theories on that, and I think that, I think the only reason, if Taylor is gay, she hasn't come out, because that would put Karlie in like a very bad, it's not bad to be gay, but I mean like a situation she probably doesn't want to be in.
Well, but I think a lot of this is a little different now because I know Taylor is single as of recent. Mm-hmm. But I did find it bizarre where people would be like, is she gay? And sometimes I'm like, well, she is dating a man.
Uh-huh.
She's only, from my knowledge, ever dated men.
Yeah.
So unless she is dating men and is closeted, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's not. Like, there's no, I imagine how that feels as that boyfriend being like, well.
Yeah.
There's all these theories and people being, is Taylor gay? Is he gay? And he's just waiting, being like, well, I guess we'll find out because I hope not because she's my girlfriend. But I'm like, and that's fine. She doesn't need to be fully gay.
Yeah.
She can be bisexual or pansexual or whatever. But she's dated so many men. Mm-hmm. And she was currently dating a man for like 6 years and like lived with him and wrote all these things about how much she loved him. So I'm like, with the information she's provided you, no, she's not gay. And if she chooses to come out later, that's not something you should be not you, but that's not something you need to insert yourself into a relationship and be like, is she gay? I guess I'm just the whole thing. I'm like, who cares? Do you know what I mean?
I think we should all take our tops off and chill out.
Yeah. But I'm just like, if she really, I think if she came out as gay, it would be a news story for a week, and then people would be like, okay, well, now she's gay. Who really cares?
You guys need to calm down. So we do have to touch on the Scooter Braun Masters controversy, because what happened with Scooter Braun? Scroll down a bit.
I'll tell you, I found it. What happened? Media reported in June 2019 that Scooter Braun had purchased Big Machine from Scott Bruschetta for $330 million. At this point, Taylor's contract with Big Machine had expired, and she was signed with Republic Records. Taylor's contract with Republic Records includes a provision that she's ownership of her masters. With this purchase, Braun became the owner of all the masters, music videos, and artwork copyrighted by Big Machine, including those of Swift's first 6 studio albums.
Fuck, man. I hate men.
Then what happened?
Swift stated prior to Braun's purchase, she had tried to purchase her masters, but Big Machine had offered unfavorable conditions. Swift alleged that Big Machine blocked her from using her music for the 2019 American Music Awards and her documentary Miss Americana. While Big Machine, that's for your own documentary. And while Big Machine released Live from Clear Channel Strip 2008, an unreleased work by Swift without her approval.
Wow.
What the
That
fuck?
can't be legal. I guess it is, but that feels like that's insane.
Yeah. You want to maintain a good working relationship, don't you, as well? Swift, the woman's going to make more money. Swift announced she would re-record the 6 albums to gain complete ownership over them. This is, without a doubt, the biggest, like, when I don't often look up to celebrities for like what they do.
Yeah.
But re-recording every album you've ever done.
Oh my God.
Just like is the biggest like fuck you, and I love it, you know?
Totally. Yeah. So when I search like an older song,
make
on
sure it
Spotify,
says Taylor's version on it.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bizarre business move as well for him, because it's like no one is ever going to want to work with you because they're going to be like, you are a nightmare.
Like people
who works with him,
like Kim Petras, like Doja Cat.
All right, and I like Doja Cat.
I think Doja Cat got signed before this happened.
Well, these people might be signed in long contracts, but I would be like, wow, you are unprofessional and like an asshole. And I know working with you, all that information, like, and that's going to make people act accordingly, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But.
Yeah. It also just sucks because at a certain point in your success, in any point of any type of entertainment, you're going to be forced into working with a man who's done some shit. And like, if you say no, there's so little men that are like, you're surrounded by predominantly men that you're just going to like cut yourself off from the industry altogether, which sucks. And I'm not being like, so give her, it just sucks. Like if we're working our way up in comedy. I feel like both of us are going to get to a certain point where we're going to be asked like and it's just going to be like, I'm going to miss this massive opportunity because I don't want to work with this piece of shit.
Yeah, totally. Or you do work with them and then that's what's so hard. It's like no other, when you're a female in any industry, it's like you get to a certain point and you have to make like a moral decision.
Oh,
and like men don't have to do that.
That's what pisses me off about stuff like this. Okay, if you, Scooter Braun, don't work with him, whatever. The thing is these men, they get canceled. But you know what happens is people like go after the women who work with the men so much harder because we're used to blaming the sins of men on women.
Exactly.
These men have, gotten canceled. What happened? They're still working, but the women just get degraded like by millions of people because they're associated with them. And while they're not completely innocent in something like this, it's just like, are you serious?
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, obviously this happened a lot in this industry, but people will be like, what, that actress like slept her way to the top or whatever. Yeah. And I remember someone like years ago was like, would you sleep with Lorne Michaels if he said you could be on SNL?
Yeah. And
at this point in my life, no, I would not. But I remember at 19 being like, yes, I 100% would. Yeah. And like, the person I was talking to was like, that's insane. And I was like, well, I mean, I worked my whole life for this. Mm-hmm. I've put in so much work and I shouldn't be put in that position.
Yeah.
And once again, now where I'm at, no, I would not do that. And also like as I've grown and whatever. But at 18, I was like, because I want to do that. And also a lot of those, not sleep with them. Yeah. Because I have a crush on Lorne Michaels. I do want to sleep with them. No, but like I've worked for this one thing and someone's saying, well, you can't have it. And it's not even just you can't have this thing. So many of those situations were, well, if you don't do this, not only can you not have this, but you're not going to get anything for really. Yeah. I'm gonna have you just blacklisted from this entire industry.
The thing is, with the sleeping your way to the top comment, is you're missing the big point. Is that there's a system in place where like this is what women have to do if they want to excel. Yeah. So you're shitting on the woman for participating in a completely unfair system that's already rigged against her. Yeah. Like you're blaming the victim. It's like how men will make fun of women for having daddy issues. Like they think that that's a slight on women. It's like you're making fun of women for what men have done. Yeah. You know? It's like the fact that there's even a system where you can sleep. But yes, I would fuck Lorne Michaels at this point in my life just to cut off some time.
But truly, because it's like, I'm not going to have done all this to then not get to do that. Yeah. Because, like that's insane. Yeah. Like, and it's like, I think most men, if they had to be put in that position, would do it, but they're not, so they can easily just be like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But it's so common. I mean, obviously there's documentaries and after documentary and movie after movie of women who had to do that. And it's like, yeah, you're going to throw away your entire career that you've worked for. That should never be a position you're put in.
Yeah.
But if you're put in that position, it's not an easy decision because this is everything you've ever worked towards. Mm-hmm. Anyways.
It's unfair. But Scooter Braun, so basically Taylor re-recorded, Fearless Red, and she's going to re-record Speak Now, which is, I think that during the Eras Tour, she's hinting that that's the next one coming up. Wow. Realistically, it is. And then, musicians, journalists, politicians, scholars supported Swift's stance, the prompting discourse on artist rights, intellectual property, so on and so forth. iHeartRadio said it would replace the older versions with Swift's re-records, and Braun has since expressed regret over purchasing Swift's masters and Big Machine at large, and subsequently sold his entire company, Ithaca, to Hybe Corporation.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And the Swifties went off after Scooter. And we do, I'm just going to briefly touch on the Eras tour. There's a lot of different fan theories. Like I said, a lot of people think Speak Now is going to be the next album announced because during the tour, Taylor has a bunch of dancers who are wearing different clothing that represents each album. And the person who's wearing the Speak Now reference is trapped behind like a glass box and she's trying to get out.
Oh.
Yeah. So people are like, and then there's just a bunch of other tips and fan theories. But
How can people even have fun at these concerts? I feel like I would be so focused.
well, I mean, you got like 3 hours.
Oh my God. But I feel like anytime someone walked on or off stage, I would be like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't be, who's singing along? I would have like a notepad and pen out, my Chromebook.
Yes.
I'd be so focused. All right. Are we good to talk to our guest, do you think?
I think so.
We've got a guest here who's a super fan. I'm honestly scared to let her in the room because she's been banging on the door here and what we're talking about, Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. She heard me say she might not be gay, and there was a scream from the hallway.
Yeah.
So we have a Swiftie here, and I can't wait to talk to her.
I can't wait to hear what she said to you.
I know, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because what do you have to do again? You said you had something you had to do?
I have to go take a dump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that happens every other week.
Mm-hmm. If Taylor Swift were here right now, she'd laugh at that.
Yeah! All right, here we go. And we're back. I'm so excited because we are with a real Swiftie.
Hi.
Hi, this is Olivia Benson. How are you?
I'm good. My name was originally Patricia Ann Smith, but
Okay.
Olivia Benson is Taylor Swift's cat.
Oh my God, so you named yourself. Is that legally changed?
Went to the courthouse and everything.
Wow. So you are a huge fan of Taylor Swift.
I am a big fan of Taylor Swift.
Oh my God, how long have you been a Swiftie for?
Since she started singing, literally. I saw her at a Philadelphia 76ers game. This is before she even had albums, and I was like, I'm hooked. So I've
Just
been
from the national anthem?
Star Spangled Banner. I know. And I was like, who is this? So I just been following her since she was 11.
Wow, how many concerts have you been to?
Ooh, 224. It would have been, that includes festivals, of course. But I would have gone to 225, but I was hit by a city bus. And they did not know, so I was plastered to the front during one of her Reputation concerts. So I just made a couple laps around the city.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I actually, eventually we got into a point in the route where we picked up a bunch of Swifties leaving the stadium. I guess. And I was like, girls, tell me about it.
And they did?
Yeah, they did.
Were you injured?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
And the bus driver didn't notice you up there.
No, they thought I was a bike. Yes.
Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Olivia. That is just terrible.
It's okay. I made a lot of great friends along the way, literally.
Do you have a favorite album?
Oh, that's like asking me who my favorite sibling is, which is Martha.
Oh, Martha, you hear that? Are you listening?
But I would say I love Speak Now,
Okay.
Lover, Red, Reputation, Fearless, Folklore, Evermore, Taylor, her debut. So that's probably my favorite.
The debut or all of them?
All of them.
Okay. You missed Midnight.
No, Midnight. Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry.
So you don't like Midnight? Is that what you're saying?
No, sorry. It's a residual bus injury.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. It happened at midnight. You got hit by a bus at midnight, so you always forget.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Gaylor? I see you're wearing a hat. That
I
says
know.
Gaylor.
I know. I don't think it's right to speculate on anyone's sexuality, but if she is gay, I will be too.
So you're wearing a Gaylor hat, though, so I think you probably believe it.
Am I? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and it looks like it's homemade as well, so...
No, yes, it is a little bit. I mean, if Taylor comes out as gay, I will too.
Okay.
And I will learn to like it.
So you don't like dating women as of now?
I've never tried it. I tried it briefly when her and Carly Kloss were besties.
Okay.
But I couldn't get into it hurt my back. Yeah. Well,
What?
because of the bus incident.
Sure, okay. What hurt your back?
The sex.
So you've had gay sex?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I got lockjaw pretty bad, and when I went to a
Seems
concert,
like you liked it then.
I know. I got lockjaw so bad. I went to a concert and I couldn't even sing along because my face is stuck like this.
Whose concert?
Taylor's.
Yeah. I could have guessed. So how'd you sing all the songs?
I said,
What was that song?
Red.
Oh, Red. Oh, okay. That's good. I couldn't tell with the lockjaw.
I know.
Well, that is just incredible. Do you have any thoughts about the Katy Perry feud?
I was upset at the time, yes.
Yeah.
I did fist fight a bunch of Katy cats in 2014.
Ooh.
I do have...
Another injury?
I have a lot of priors.
What is that?
Arrests.
Oh.
Across many different states, which makes attending concerts very hard.
Oh. So do you ever have to miss one because of your record?
No, I am pretty good. I'm a master of disguise.
Ooh.
Much like Taylor herself.
Yeah.
I also come in a custodial cart. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's how you came into this building. It was weird. It was scary.
Yes.
We kept telling you, no, we have to do a security check. And the man you were with said no. That was bizarre.
No.
Oh, well, tell me, please. Some people say, I would never say this.
Okay.
People say Taylor Swift does a little too much. What do you think about that?
Does a little too much?
Yeah.
On what?
She does too much.
I would say that those people are lazy, uninspired, going nowhere with their life. I think if they were to disappear tomorrow, no one would look for them. I think if Taylor is a visionary. She's Rumpelstiltskin, but beautiful. You know, she's a Riddler. You know, and she's given us more than who's saying this?
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Is it a Katy cat?
Probably, but I did read. Women run shit. Or are you coming at me? I can't tell what you're doing.
Are you saying this?
No, I misread the question.
Okay.
But you had an incredible response, so I'm glad I asked it incorrectly.
I always have lip gloss on me because I got press-ons and I can't really punch without something in my fist.
You'll hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Some people say she dates too much. What do you think about that?
I say those people need to get a job. And you know what? In solidarity with Taylor, whenever she dates someone, I always try to find a man with that same name. And I will say the only real challenging one was Calvin. And I had to go to Florida, and I dated this 75-year-old man. But thankfully, she didn't date Calvin Harris for too long, so it was only a year-long relationship.
How was Harry Styles?
Harry's? Oh no, I met a lot of Harrys.
Oh really? Mm-hmm. You dated one?
Yeah.
What were they like?
They were British. And they always had 4 other friends with them.
Was this Harry Styles?
No. Taylor was dating Harry. That would have been, so maybe, he would have cheated on her, and I would have.
Maybe with you. Sounds like he cheated on her with you.
I would never hurt Taylor.
I mean, I didn't say it, but I think it seems like maybe you did.
No, I've never. Taylor, I would never.
Taylor listens to this podcast.
Taylor, please, no. I would never hurt you.
Now she knows.
I would. No.
But she writes so many songs about her exes. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, like, what do they expect? Don't be a piece of shit if you don't want someone to write a song about you. You know?
Yeah, don't cheat on her with you.
Yeah,
like what I'm hearing.
My ex Calvin got a restraining order against me, and a restraining order is just a legal document version of a song,
right?
You know, and I have a lot of songs written about me, then, quote unquote. Yeah. So it's actually
you have more than one restraining order.
Yes, very flattering. Harry has actually given me a couple. Yeah.
And so Calvin, what was his last name? The guy Calvin you dated?
Kennedy.
All right. So not the same one.
No.
But still a famous one. Wow.
He was a Kennedy.
Yeah.
So, which is funny because Taylor's dated a Kennedy.
Was it the same one?
No.
All right, because you're getting you're Taylor's worst enemy, really.
I just spit everywhere.
That's okay.
Hashtag spitting for Taylor. No.
Tell me, I feel like you're gonna get fired up about this. What are your thoughts on Scooter Braun?
We don't even say that name in my house.
All right.
It's like Voldemort.
You know who? Yeah, you know who.
Yeah, like I wish I could have Avada him. You know, I'm sorry, I just can't even. He makes me upset.
I'm so sorry. We'll talk about something else.
Please, thank you.
Do you need a break? You need to take a break? You need to get a water?
No. I've been to so many Taylor Swift concerts that I don't need to drink water for 18 hours, and I maintain a level head.
Can you sleep standing up?
Yes, I can.
Wow.
And I can also shit standing up.
Well, a lot of people can do that. It's just not recommended.
Actually, it's very hard.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Try to shit standing up.
Okay.
But I've waited in lines that 48 hours, and I just shit down my pants into a little bucket that's connected to my shoe, and I don't really need to drink any water, and I've never been the wiser.
Okay. And did you go to the Eras tour?
Have I been to? Yes, I've been to every single Eras. It's really hard in Florida because they do have I am a wanted woman. So
you're wanted. So why are you wanted?
Calvin. Yeah. He can't let go of me.
Yeah.
And neither can the state.
I know for a fact Taylor Swift listens to this podcast.
She does. Oh my God, Taylor, I love you.
What do you want to say to her?
I'm so sorry for climbing your fence outside your house. But to be fair, your security was very nice. And I just want to say, if I've ever freaked you out, I'm really sorry about that. I'm really passionate about the things I love and the people I love. and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay. Doing 2 fandoms.
I know. It's crazy. But I just want to say you're doing incredible work, and you work really hard, and I love you.
And what do you have to say about the fact that you and Harry Styles also dated?
I never dated Harry Styles.
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
I think you did. All right. Well, thank you so much.
No, I didn't date Harry Styles.
All right. You did. You dated Harry Styles.
I swear I didn't
Thank
date
you
Harry
so
Styles.
much. Thank you so much.
No, I didn't. I'm not into that sort of thing. I would never swap fluid. I know. No. He never came. So it's okay.
So you did. So
no,
you did it.
We
Yeah,
never dated.
yeah,
We
you
never
did.
dated.
You never dated, but you had sex, and that's just the reality. Thank you, Taylor, for listening. Thank you, everyone. And Olivia, thank you for being here.
You're making me seem like a fool in front of Taylor. You're making me seem like a total idiot when I go.
Oh my God, she texted me.
Taylor's what does you? Oh my God.
She just said to Olivia.
What? What'd she say?
She's
Tell Olivia.
dead to me.
Dead to you. The cat or me?
You.
Oh.
You're dead to Taylor.
I was hoping for the cat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Olivia. Thank you so much for coming, and I'm sorry.
Screw you. I love you, Taylor. Harry, you're dead to me.
Well, that was just a treat. Mm-hmm. That was just a treat. Thank you so much to our Swiftie for coming in and chatting with us.
Thank you. I just wiped and I've you're already out the door, so
yeah,
I know
sorry.
you weren't
able to see. I know you weren't able to see her. She waited outside the bathroom for a little bit, and then she said, "I can't. It's still going on in there, so I have to leave." So she finally left.
I know, but maybe next time. But this has been this episode of the BCC Club. Swifties, if you're out there, please go easy on us.
We love you.
And Mia, you did your best, and we will try to field some of anything we got wrong.
Yeah, remember, all anger goes towards Mia. Just kidding. Mia's a delight.
Yeah, she is.
Mia's truly incredible. But thank you so much for joining us this week. And remember to listen to us anywhere you get your podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yeah.
At least one of you, because I saw a comment the other day that said, I'm unsubscribing. So at least make up for that person.
Who? Really?
I don't remember. Just a comment. They said, I'm unsubscribing. That was all.
Oh, well. All right.
And there they are now.
Yes. All right. Thank you, guys.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.